Welcome to Fluent English with Radio. What you are going to hear is not just few inspiring quotes. It is a key that can change how you feel about the world and how you create your own life. There is one important idea that every successful, strong, and happy person understands very well. We cannot control the world, but we can completely control how we respond to it. Think about this carefully. When people face the same difficult situation, some people stay calm and move forward in a good way, while other people fall apart because of their anger and frustration. The real difference does not come from what happens around you or how other people act. It comes from how you choose to think, how you decide to respond, and how you train your mind every single day to stay calm and strong. Every day in life brings many small problems, misunderstandings, pressure, and little hurts. From work to family, even on social media, everywhere can become a place where anger, comparison, and sadness quietly grow. Sometimes just one negative comment, an unfriendly look, or a careless word is enough to make your heart feel heavy for the rest of the day. But have you ever asked yourself, is it possible to live a life where no one can easily make me lose my calm? The answer is yes, you absolutely can. And to do that, you do not have to become emotionless. You simply need to be more aware and learn how to control your emotions. What you need is not a shield to hide from pain, but a strong mind that does not get carried away by it. So right now, let me share with you 7 core principles to never feel angry or bothered by anyone. I will not tell you to stop being angry. Instead, I will show you how to grow stronger, clearer, and freer from within. These are not just lessons about emotions. They are the foundation of inner freedom, a guide to help you build a steady, peaceful mind so that no matter how chaotic life becomes, you can still stand tall and quiet in the calm strength of your own soul. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1. Emotions are your choice. Let's begin our journey with a simple but powerful truth. Emotions do not just happen to you by chance, like rain falling from the sky or wind blowing on your face. They are reactions that you choose, even when you do not realize you are making that choice. In any stressful or difficult moment, when someone hurts you or when things go out of your control, you always have one important choice: to react with anger and defense, or to stay calm and balanced. That small choice shows how much control you really have over your mind, and in the end, over the direction of your life. Imagine you are in an important meeting and one of your co-workers suddenly says something bad about your work in front of everyone, even your boss. You feel surprised and a little hurt. Your first reaction might be to get angry or nervous. You may want to speak fast to defend yourself because you feel your pride and hard work are being attacked. But what if, in that moment, you stop for 1 second and ask yourself, do I really need to be angry? Is it worth losing my peace over this? In that small pause, you start to understand something important. No one can truly make you angry. It happens only when you let them affect your feelings. Positive thinking and emotional control do not mean you must hide or deny your feelings. They mean you notice your emotions, but you choose to respond calmly and protect your peace. Instead of arguing or fighting back, you can stay calm, smile politely, respect their opinion, and reply with confidence and control. This not only makes others respect you more, but also helps you keep your mind peaceful and strong, instead of falling into stress and anger. A long time ago, the ancient teacher, Epictetus, said, "It's not what happens to you that hurts you, but how you see and react to it." When you really understand that your feelings come from your own thoughts, not from other people's actions, you see how much power you truly have. For example, when someone drives rudely and cuts in front of you, you can stay angry and let it ruin your mood. Or you can take a deep breath, relax, and continue your day peacefully. The first step to control your emotions is awareness. When you feel angry or upset, stop for a moment and ask yourself, am I choosing this feeling or am I letting the situation control me? That simple question can change everything. You stop being a victim of what happens around you and become the person who decides how to feel and how to react in any situation. Think of someone you admire because they are always calm, maybe a leader, a teacher, or a friend who never loses control. Their life is not easier than yours. They have just learned, through practice, to choose peace instead of reaction. They do not let negative words or stressful situations destroy their calm. And with practice, you can do the same. When you really understand that no one can make you angry or sad without your choice, you find true freedom and strength. You are no longer controlled by other people. You become the writer of your own emotional story. And each time you choose calm instead of chaos, peace instead of reaction, you move closer to a happier and more peaceful life. 2. The power of silence. Reaction is something natural and automatic that all people have, but choosing to stay silent shows real inner strength and self-control. In a strong argument, when everyone is speaking louder to show they are right, the person who stays quiet often becomes the one who has the real power and calm in the whole room. Silence should not be seen as a sign of weakness or fear. It shows that a person has learned to control their feelings and stay calm, no matter what happens around them. It is the quiet confidence of someone who understands their value and does not need to prove it with loud words. For example, you are at a party or a social event and someone suddenly says something that hurts or upsets you, maybe on purpose, maybe by accident. Your first reaction might be to answer right away, to argue or defend yourself. But instead, you take a deep breath, keep your face calm, and say nothing. You look at the person with steady eyes and let your silence speak for you, showing that you are calm, confident, and in control. That kind of calm reaction can change everything. The other person often stops, feels the meaning of their words, and starts to think about what they just said. Your silence becomes like a mirror that makes them reflect. And in that quiet moment, you keep your self-respect, protect your peace, and show real strength without saying even one single word. When you choose to stay silent in emotional moments, you keep full control of yourself and the situation. No one can know what you are thinking or guess your next move, and that small mystery gives you a quiet kind of power and confidence. Silence gives you time to think clearly and to understand the situation and other people's feelings before you react. It works like an invisible wall that protects you from useless fights and drama, while also helping other people notice their own actions and understand how their behavior affects the people around them. In today's world, everyone wants to be heard and noticed. People talk loudly to prove their value, but the person who masters silence stands out naturally as someone confident, thoughtful, and truly in control. Choosing silence is not escaping or avoiding problems. It is a sign of strength, wisdom, and emotional growth. You can start practicing this with something I like to call the 5-second rule. Whenever you feel strong emotions coming up, quietly count to 5 before you say or do anything. In only 5 seconds, you give yourself time to think clearly, to calm down, and to respond with understanding instead of reacting too fast. In your personal and work life, this short moment of silence can change tension into understanding and conflict into peace. So next time someone says something rude or tries to make you angry, stay quiet for a few seconds and see how the situation changes. You will see how strong you really are. You will feel it in your power to control yourself, to stay calm, and to inspire others with your quiet energy. Silence is not the lack of words. It is the start of real strength, true wisdom, and deep inner peace, the kind of peace that no one can ever take away from you. 3. Understand without absorbing. Not every unkind word, angry look, or rude action toward you comes from hate or dislike. In many situations, it has nothing to do with you at all. Most of the time, people are dealing with their own problems inside: pain, stress, fear, or old emotional wounds that they still carry and have not yet healed from. Imagine a close friend suddenly talks to you in a sharp or unfriendly way during what seemed like a normal, happy conversation. Maybe they just had a really bad day. Perhaps they lost an important job chance, argued with someone in their family, or feel tired and full of disappointment. A person who looks cold or distant is not always unkind. They may simply be afraid of being hurt again and are quietly building a wall to protect their heart. When you understand this truth, the way you see people starts to change. You begin to realize that their anger, silence, or bad behavior is not really about you. It shows their own problems and pain inside. This kind of understanding becomes like a light that helps you stay calm, peaceful, and balanced even when people around you are dealing with strong emotions and difficult moments. When someone gives you negative energy through unkind words, a bad tone, or a rude attitude, you have an important choice to make. You can take in their negativity and lose your peace, or you can understand where it comes from and let it pass through you, like clouds moving across the sky without leaving a mark. Think about a big thunderstorm. You can't stop the thunder or control the rain, but you can stand under shelter, dry, safe, and calm while the storm passes. In the same way, when you choose to understand instead of take in other people's emotions, you protect yourself and show kindness at the same time. You care for others while also taking care of your own emotional health and peace. Here's something simple you can try. The next time someone talks to you with anger or frustration, pause for a moment. Take a deep, slow breath and ask yourself, what might this person be feeling right now? What kind of pain or fear could be hiding behind the way they are speaking to me? This small but powerful question helps you stay calm, understand things more clearly, and stop the situation from becoming worse. It also protects your heart from pain that is not needed and helps you keep your energy positive, kind, and full of peace. This is what real emotional strength looks like, staying kind and calm no matter what happens around you. When you understand others without taking in their negative energy, you become like a lighthouse in a storm, strong, steady, and shining while big waves crash around you. You keep your own peace, and your calm energy helps other people find their peace too. Think about a wise parent. When their child gets angry and cries loudly, they don't shout back. Instead, they stay calm and patient, trying to understand and help the child relax, instead of saying or doing things that make the situation worse. You can do the same thing in your everyday life. When someone you care about gets angry or speaks to you in a sharp way, don't react right away or take it too personally. Try to listen with an open heart and give them space to share what they truly feel. This simple choice protects your peace while building trust and connection in your relationships. When you learn to understand without absorbing, you free yourself from other people's negativity and you bring more calm, kindness, and emotional strength into the world. 4. Protect your peace. Your inner peace is your most valuable treasure, a special gift that no one should take away or destroy. In today's busy and noisy world, where there is so much stress, conflict, and pressure, protecting your peace requires awareness, courage, and small daily actions to keep your heart and mind calm. Think of your mind as a beautiful garden that you have carefully grown. You would not let weeds or rubbish come in and destroy the peace and beauty you have created. In the same way, you need to be careful about what you let into your mind and heart, the people you spend time with, the place where you live, and even the stories or information you read and watch every day. Learn to say no with confidence to drama, gossip, and negativity that bring no real value to your life. Say no to people who always take your energy but never give kindness or support in return. Set clear boundaries and do it proudly, because the truth is this: not everyone deserves access to your peace. Not everyone should have open access to your time, emotions, or energy. Every decision you make about who and what you let into your life shows how much you value yourself and respect your own peace. Think about this. You are sitting by the window, enjoying your favorite cup of coffee while warm sunlight fills the room. You feel calm and focused until suddenly your phone starts to buzz. A message from someone you know tries to pull you into negativity, with many complaints, criticism of others, or emotional drama. In that moment, you have an important choice to make. You can let their negativity break your peace, or you can kindly choose not to join in and protect your calm instead. Protecting your peace means choosing your mental health instead of trying to please others or feeling guilty. Stay close to people who inspire you, motivate you, and lift you up, not those who make you feel tired with negative energy. Talk about things that give you hope, knowledge, and inspiration instead of empty arguments or gossip that leave you feeling weak. Keeping your peace is not difficult, but it needs practice and commitment. Begin with small steps. Turn off your social media notifications when you need to stay focused on something important or want some quiet time. Avoid arguments online or face-to-face that only waste your time and energy. Give yourself quiet moments to rest and recharge, like reading an inspiring book, taking a walk in nature, or sitting in silence while breathing slowly and deeply. 5. Let go and move on. The longer you keep anger, hurt, or resentment inside, the more you stay connected to the pain of the past and stop yourself from moving forward in life. Anger is like a heavy anchor that holds you in one place, keeping you stuck with old memories, unkind words, broken trust, and painful experiences you have already lived through. Letting go does not mean you must forgive those who hurt you or say that what they did was right. It means freeing yourself. It means cutting the invisible ropes that keep your heart connected to old pain so you can live fully and happily in the present moment and welcome the future with peace, hope, and an open heart. You don't need anyone's apology or permission to feel at peace. True and lasting calm comes from the small choices you make every day. Imagine you are carrying a heavy backpack full of stones. Each stone is a bad memory, a hurt feeling, or a painful moment you don't want to let go of. Every step forward feels harder and heavier. Letting go means choosing to put that backpack down, not because you forgot the stones, but because you finally understand they are too heavy and not worth carrying anymore. Letting go is not weakness or defeat. It is a sign of strength, wisdom, and emotional growth. It takes courage to face your emotions, to admit your pain honestly, and to say to yourself, I deserve a lighter, freer life. Someone who has lost someone they deeply loved. Instead of letting sadness control their life forever, they choose to remember the love, keep the beautiful memories, and start living with purpose again. You have the same kind of strength and courage inside you, the power to heal and move forward. Learning to let go takes time, patience, and kindness to yourself. Begin with small steps. Write down what makes you angry on a piece of paper, then tear or burn the paper as a simple way to let that emotion go and feel lighter. Try deep breathing or short meditation when painful memories come back. In your relationships, don't keep waiting for an apology that may never happen. Instead, ask yourself, does holding on to this anger help me or hurt me? Most of the time, you will see that it only hurts you more. Your peace, your calm heart, and your happiness are always worth more than your pride or the need to be right. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your healing, and your future. Letting go is not about forgetting. It is about choosing freedom instead of pain and peace instead of pride. When you finally release the past, you open the door to a brighter, calmer, and happier life. 6. Be the bigger person. Not every argument or disagreement is worth your time or energy. In today's world, where people often argue and misunderstand each other, learning which situations deserve your attention and which to ignore is a real sign of emotional strength and maturity. The strongest people are not those who must win every argument or show that others are wrong. They are the ones who stay calm and protect their inner peace, even when someone hurts their pride. Your peace is more valuable than your pride. This truth reminds us that being calm and balanced is much more important than trying to win a pointless fight. Talking with a friend who suddenly says something that feels rude or disrespectful. Your first reaction might be to answer sharply, to defend yourself and show that you're right. But if you react that way, the situation can quickly become tense, turning a small disagreement into a big argument that makes both of you feel bad. Instead, if you take a deep breath, stay calm, and softly change the topic, you protect your peace and show maturity. You prove that staying calm is more important than your pride. Being the bigger person means choosing peace instead of pride. You might see many arguments online where everyone talks but no one really listens. Joining those fights only wastes your energy and fills your mind with negative thoughts. True strength is being able to walk away, stay quiet, and not let others pull you into their chaos. Real power doesn't come from fighting every battle. It comes from knowing which ones are worth your time and which to let go. Your peace is your most precious treasure. Protect it, take care of it, and always remember, you deserve a calm and peaceful life, free from useless arguments and extra stress. 7. Train your mind daily. Your mind is like a muscle. If you want it to grow strong, you need to train it every day. Just as your body needs exercise to stay healthy, your mind needs care and small challenges each day to stay focused, calm, and strong. Training your mind doesn't need big or hard actions. Sometimes, even one small step is enough. Simple habits, when you repeat them every day, slowly build a strong inner strength that no one can easily break. Think of your mind as a garden. If you don't take care of it, weeds like negative thoughts, worries, and anger will start to grow and take over. But if you spend a little time each day watering it, pulling out the weeds, and planting positive seeds, your garden will grow beautifully. One of the best ways to train your mind is by reading. A good book, whether it's about philosophy, self-growth, or an inspiring story, can open your mind and help you see life in a deeper way. Meditation is another great way to make your mind stronger. A marathon runner does not become strong after just one run. It takes months or even years of steady practice. Your mind is the same. Every day you spend reading, meditating, writing, or choosing a positive reaction, you are building inner strength and peace step by step. Training your mind is a lifelong journey, but every small step matters. You don't need to be perfect, just try a little more each day. When you fill your mind with peace, anger will slowly disappear. Now that you've 7 core principles to never feel angry or bothered by anyone, you've built a strong foundation, a mindset that helps you stay calm, balanced, and in control no matter what happens around you. If Part 1 helped you understand the ideas behind emotional control, then Part 5, Action. Steps to control anger in the moment will help you stay in control right in the moment when anger tries to take over. Step 1. Pause before you react. When your emotions start to rise, pause. This is the first and most important step because it creates a small space between what happens and how you respond. When anger appears, your body's fight or flight system turns on, pushing you to act without thinking, to shout, slam a door, or send an angry message. But in that short moment, you have the power to choose. Pausing is the small but powerful line between losing control and staying calm. It's like pressing the pause button on a loud movie. It gives you a moment to stop, take a deep breath, and think before you react. Try simple ways to create this pause. Start by taking a deep breath and slowly counting to 5. Breathe in through your nose for 5 seconds. Hold it for a short moment. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth. This helps your body relax, calms your heart, and reduces stress. You can also try a method called box breathing. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and pause again for 4 seconds. Then repeat the cycle. This simple breathing technique is used by U.S. elite soldiers to stay calm under strong pressure. It can help you anywhere, in a meeting, in traffic, or even during an argument at home. By practicing this pause, you take back control. You remind your body and mind that you are in charge, not your anger. Step 2. Identify what's beneath the anger. Anger is often just the surface of a deeper feeling. Beneath it, there is usually fear, sadness, or the pain of feeling disrespected. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? When you identify your real emotion, the anger begins to lose its power. As Daniel Goleman explains in Emotional Intelligence, naming your feelings helps you stay in control instead of letting them control you. After you pause, look a little deeper. Ask yourself, where is this anger coming from? What is it trying to protect me from? For example, if your boss criticizes your work, your anger might actually come from a fear of failing or from feeling unappreciated. When you see the real emotion behind your anger, it becomes easier to calm down and focus on improving instead of reacting. Try writing this sentence in your journal. I'm angry because, but really, I'm afraid that. This simple exercise helps you see the truth more clearly and understand what your mind and heart are really trying to say. Step 3. Reframe the situation. Instead of thinking, they're making me angry, try saying, this is my chance to practice staying calm. How you look at a situation shapes how you feel about it. This method, called reframing, comes from cognitive behavioral therapy and helps you move from feeling like a victim to taking back control. Start by changing the story in your mind. If someone interrupts you in a meeting, instead of thinking, they're disrespecting me, try saying, maybe they're just excited to share their idea. This is my chance to practice calm listening. When you change your thoughts, you also change how you feel. Reframing turns hard moments into chances to learn. It helps you see challenges as opportunities to grow stronger. Research from Stanford University shows that using reframing can lower anger by about 30%, simply because you decide to view the situation in a new and more balanced way. The key to good reframing is noticing your feelings in the moment. When you feel anger starting to rise, pause for 3 seconds before you react. In that short pause, ask yourself, is there another way to see this? That small space between what happens and how you respond is where your real power begins. Start practicing reframing with small situations first. If someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of thinking, what a terrible driver, try saying, maybe they're in a hurry to help someone. The more you practice with small annoyances, the easier it becomes to reframe bigger problems. Over time, this positive habit will start to feel natural. Remember, reframing doesn't mean you ignore real problems or let others treat you unfairly. It means choosing the response that helps you most. You're not pretending everything is fine. You're deciding that staying calm and thinking clearly will help you handle the situation better than losing control ever could. This small change in how you see things protects your peace and makes your relationships stronger. It helps you move from reacting without thinking to responding with calmness, wisdom, and purpose. Step 4. Set boundaries and communicate calmly. If someone crosses your boundary, speak up, but stay calm. Boundaries aren't walls of anger. They're gentle fences that protect your peace. Saying no when you need to, in a firm but respectful way, shows confidence and self-respect without creating conflict. You can use a simple sentence pattern. I feel because I need. For example, if a friend is often late, you can say, I feel disrespected when I have to wait too long. I need us to be on time so we can enjoy our time together. Keep your voice steady, look them in the eyes, and avoid blaming words. If the person continues to ignore your limits, calmly repeat your boundary. You're not being rude. You're protecting your peace and showing others how to treat you. Remember, healthy boundaries make relationships stronger, not weaker. When you clearly express your needs, you give others a chance to respect you and change their behavior. People who truly care about you will value your honesty. At first, setting boundaries may feel uncomfortable, especially if you're used to always saying yes or avoiding conflict. Start small. Practice in simple situations to build your confidence. Try saying no in front of a mirror until it feels natural, or write down your boundaries first to stay clear and focused. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to protect your peace while staying kind and respectful to others. Step 5. Practice gratitude and mindfulness. Gratitude and mindfulness help you stay in the present moment and bring calm to your mind. Write down 3 things you're thankful for each day, or spend 10 quiet minutes meditating. When your heart is filled with gratitude, there's no space left for anger or negativity to grow. Start with a gratitude journal. Each night, write down 3 small things that made you smile, like my morning coffee, a friend's laugh, or my good health. Even little moments of joy count. Research from UC Davis shows that people who keep a gratitude list can lower feelings of anger and stress by about 25%. It's a simple habit that helps you focus on what went right instead of what went wrong. You can also try mindfulness meditation. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice your thoughts as they appear, but don't judge or fight them. Just let them pass like clouds in the sky. With time, this practice helps your mind stay calm, balanced, and peaceful, even in stressful or difficult moments. Try combining both habits. After meditating, write down 1 thing you're thankful for. This simple daily routine fills your mind with peace and makes it harder for anger, fear, or stress to take control. Remember this truth. If someone can make you angry, it means you've given them power over you. Starting today, take that power back. Choose peace instead of frustration. Choose silence instead of reaction. Choose to let go instead of holding on. Every time you stay calm in a moment that would normally make you angry, you're not just winning against another person, you're winning against your old self. You're growing stronger and wiser. You become the master of your own mind and emotions. When you stop letting outside situations control how you feel, that's when you become truly free. Understand this. Your emotional reactions are habits built over many years. But here is the good news. Anything learned can be unlearned. Each time you make a different choice, you create a new path in your brain, a new possibility of who you can become. Your mind is flexible and can change with steady practice, so every time you pause before reacting or take a deep breath instead of getting angry, you are actually training your brain to become calmer and stronger. Think about the people you admire, those who handle life's problems with grace and calm. They weren't born that way. They decided, just like you are deciding now, to stop being controlled by their emotions. They practiced. They failed. They tried again. Step by step, they built the strength to stay calm and balanced no matter what happened. You have that same power within you, waiting to grow through practice and patience. The path to emotional control is a lifelong journey, but every step makes you stronger, wiser, and more at peace. Now you have both the understanding and the tools to stay calm. Practice them daily, be kind to yourself, celebrate small progress, and remember, The greatest victory is not over other people, but over your own reactions. You are unbreakable, not because nothing can hurt you, but because you've learned that you don't have to carry that pain with you. Step into your life with this new freedom. You deserve peace. You deserve joy. You deserve a life that is calm, focused, and full of meaning. From tomorrow morning, start with intention. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am in control of my emotions. I choose how I respond. During your day, notice each small moment when you choose calm over chaos. Those are your true victories. Share these lessons with someone you care about because teaching others helps you grow even more. Write a short reminder in your phone or on a note you see every day. Change does not happen overnight, but with every mindful choice, you are building a stronger version of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. It could be a motivational one, a self-improvement one. We don't know yet. But now go take control your emotions. I believe in you.